The man, the legend.
I put you over there.
You're supposed to sit with him.
Yeah.
Way over there.
Hey, come on. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Come on.
How sweet.
Hi, Jersey. Any first timers?
How are you guys as kids? Jensen, how's the twins?
They are crawling now. No, not good. So when they're just there, that's you can walk away for a moment. Now you can't. My little boy is much more adventurous at this point than my little girl. So if you do turn your back for a moment and you turn back and it's like, and he's gone. Has anybody got eyes on fireplace? He's in the fireplace. Not kidding, it's happened twice. We now have a baby gate on the fireplace.
Luckily it's Austin, so you don't
there's
fireplace very often. It's already 100 degrees
that fire's not on. No, the kids are great. In fact, we were just talking to our wives backstage. It's the one time of the convention day where we sit and have lunch and check in with the boss. And they are together with the kids at the zoo. So, yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, pretty nice.
That's precious.
Pretty gnarly.
Sure, precious, disgusting, pretty much.
Same thing. Thank you for your question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
I had a lot of fun during season 4. Thank you very much.
So, what are the weirdest fan experiences you guys have ever had?
Sorry.
This is going to sound like I'm sucking up to you guys, but I love the fans and the fandom, and it's cool because our show is, I mean, not that we all don't. Love you too. Thanks, Mom. This show is so specific. You know, I can walk in a lot of places and nobody has any idea who the tall, long-haired guy is. But if somebody knows me, they know my work, so it's really neat. So I don't randomly have people coming up and going like, oh my gosh, who don't know the work, know what I stand for, know what we as a fandom and a family stand for. So I haven't really had any weird experiences. I've had some unique ones. I don't want to call it weird. When Genevieve and I were on our honeymoon, we hiked Machu Picchu for our honeymoon. And then we also, it was fun. Yeah, great honeymoon, right? And then we went to Bora Bora. And on the flight to Bora Bora on Air Tahiti Nui, our flight attendant, really nice guy, probably a better way to say it. And he's talking to us the whole time, and he doesn't really mention the show or anything. And then finally he's like, by the way, I really like your show. And this was, God, 7 years ago, I guess. And he's like, I really like your show, and I actually have the tattoo. I was like, what? Like, what a random, he had the tattoo show. That was, I think, my first experience with seeing somebody out in the wild that had a tattoo. And then I was like, it's scary out there.
Rarely seen in his natural habitat. The Jared Padalecki can be seen with long hair.
Rummaging amongst the trees. Yeah, so that kind of stuff is funny. And I was at, what's the golf place?
It's called a golf course.
I was at Top Golf in Austin, and again, randomly out in the wild, our waiter had the tattoo. It was just cool. I was like, sweet. So that's fun. Again, not weird. It's more like, oh, weird, but not weird, you know? Oh, coincidental.
It's. I would say it's never weird. It's more just kind of surprising to us at this point. Nothing strikes us as weird. We work on a show called Supernatural. We live in the weird. And we love it. Last night, I went to Starbucks before I came here for the concert. And I was tired from the day. Our clock's a little off. We're still on West Coast time. I'm like, I'm gonna need a coffee if I'm gonna go and get on stage. So went to in Midtown. There was a Starbucks. I walked in. The place was kind of empty. It's late at night, and there was a guy behind the counter, and probably mid to late 20s, black guy, dreads, super cool, hip hop kind of guy. He was like, "Yo, it's yo, get out of here, man. No, hang on. Man, I gotta compose myself. Hang on." And I'm looking around like, is this for real? And then he looks at his barista's like, he's like, "Yo, you know who this is? Jensen Ackles. Supernatural. Voice of the Red Hood. Small little dark egg. You know who this is?" He like read my resume off to the barista. Meanwhile, this poor little like Hispanic girl behind the coffee machine is looking at me going, "I don't know who he is." "I don't know who he is. Jay-Z came in here the other day. He didn't do this." Caught me off guard. Was not expecting that.
That reminded me of one. You gotta tell the Gishman story. I shot a movie in Richmond, Virginia, when it was the current murder capital of the U.S. And I was at some bar with the cast that we shouldn't have been at. You know, like we took a wrong corner, and we were like, "Oh, let's just go grab a drink." As soon as we walk in, I was like, "This is something bad's gonna happen." And I see this guy across the bar, kind of a burly fellow, like looks like a lumberjack, bearded. And as soon as I walk in, he's like, I'm gonna die today. This is how I die. He just eyeballing me, and I'm like, every time I cross, I'm like trying to pretend to not see if he's still looking at me, and he is. I'm like, oh my god. And I can see him kind of doing this to his buddies, as if like, hey, I'm gonna go kick this guy's ass or something. Sure enough, he gets up, starts walking over. I was like, oh, come on, man, come on. I've been beat up.
Not today.
Yeah. I was like, I've been in fights, I've gotten beat up. I was like, I'm cool with getting beat up, I don't want to get killed. Like, this is the murder capital. Sure enough, he comes in and kind of like looking around, like he's gonna do something funny. And he goes, "Hey man, were you on Gilmore Girls?" So now I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, does his wife have a crush on me? He's gonna kill me? I was like,
Am I still gonna die?
so I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, it's him, come on over. And like, brings his boys over. I think I took a picture, I was still kind of like, so that was, whew.
Oh yeah, I've told this story before, but for those of you who haven't heard, I'll make it a quick one. There was a few years ago, they were doing the Gishwiz, and it may have been like the first year that they did it. And it was late at night. What's that? It was in the second year. It doesn't matter.
Get old.
It was Gishwiz. And one of the things was I'll just say, it was late at night, I was coming home from set, we were in Vancouver, I think it was Burnaby somewhere, outside of Vancouver. I had left my charger in my trailer for my phone. I was like, I need to stop and grab the charger on my way home. Pull into this little electronic shop that's in a strip mall, small place, middle of nowhere. They were closing in like 20 minutes. I walk in, there's one person behind the counter. I walk up, I'm like, hey, do you guys have phone chargers? And the person looks up and is just like, oh my God. Turn around. He's like, what? She's like,
You're like, it's nice.
you don't have to ask me twice. And it's like, she looks at me, she's like, turn around. Okay. And I turn around and set up on some boxes was a big piece of plywood with my face made out of Skittles. A large portrait of my face made out of Taste the Rainbow. And imagine the confusion on my face.
The Skittle face or the real face?
Both. Anyway, yeah, that was an odd experience. Turned out that her coworker was doing dishes and had been working on that all week, but wasn't there that evening, and so we ended up calling her and surprising her. But it was that was.
She's never missed another day of work ever.
Anyway, that was an odd moment, but again, not weird.
That's how weird our lives is.
That's how weird our lives is?
Yes?
We're gonna move on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.